All right, fifth graders. You can see me on this one because I want to show you something with surface area in a bit. But I just want to remind you of what area is. We talked about it, what was that, a month ago? So remember the area is the number of, squares it takes to cover a shape. So how many little squares does it take to cover a rectangle, a triangle, whatever shape we're talking about? How many square inches or square centimeters does it take to cover that shape? A shape. So then surface area is the number of squares again, because we're talking about area. But this time, we're talking about how many it takes to cover a 3D shape. So if I have a rectangular prism like this Kleenex box, how many squares would it take to cover all the faces? Front, the back, the top, the bottom, this side, that side. Really any 3D shape. I could figure out the surface area of my cup if I figured out how many square inches or square centimeters it takes to cover my cup. Any 3D shape we can find the surface area of. First, to find the surface area, we need to find the area of all the faces. So just like we find the area of shapes before, like triangles and rectangles, all the faces, and then we add all the areas together. So it can be a lot of steps and it can be easy to get lost and make sure we don't miss any of the shapes. But if you can find the area of a rectangle, you just have to find the area of 6 rectangles and add them all together. Okay, because in this we'll just be doing rectangular prisms. So just 6 rectangles. And remember, the area of a rectangle, we take the length times the width. And the good news is you can use a calculator to help you multiply. I'm not testing if you can multiply. I'm testing, do you know how to find the area of a rectangle? Can you find the area of all the rectangles and add them all together? So let's do an example. Bear with me as I switch between colors because I think it's helpful. So what helps me is to keep organized. So first I want to find the area of that front rectangle. If it helps to shade it in. So I have 4 times 10. Okay, 4 times 10 is 40. Again, if you need a calculator, use one. Now, I do want to point out, on a rectangular prism, the front is the same as the back. So I can take 40, and I know that I need another 40 for the back. Okay, so that's 2 of the faces out of my 6. I'm going to go ahead and erase this because it'll be easier. So now, find another color. Let's do the bottom and the top. There's the bottom, and now I have 3 times 10, which gives me 30. And the bottom is the same as the top. Those match. So I need another 30. So I have two 30s. Now I have this side and this side. So I know it's 3 here. This isn't labeled over here, but it is labeled over here. So I know it's 4 tall, so it's 3 times 4, which is 12. Remember, I have 2 of them, so 12 and 12. Once I have all 6 faces, I can add those together. This, I'll pull up a calculator. So if I do 40 plus 40 plus 30. Oh, this calculator is behind my face. It doesn't like it when I do that. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to make that big. All right. 30 plus 30 plus 12 plus 12. Hopefully I got all the numbers. 164 is my total surface area. 164 is the total surface area in inches, so we have square inches. So that's how many little squares it would take to cover that 3D shape. Okay? Front and back, match. Top and bottom, match. Side and side, match. I'm going to do a couple more examples, so this video is going to be a little longer, but that's okay. You can handle it. All right. So, let's look at, all right, this side over here. I know this is 9. This one isn't labeled over here, but I know that the height is the same thing everywhere, so it's 3 tall. So I'm going to do 9 times 3, which is 27. Remember, if this side is 27, what's this opposite side? 27. On a rectangular prism, I'm always going to have pairs because opposite sides go together. Let's look at the top and the bottom now. So I can say, okay, this isn't labeled here, but it's equal to this, which is 13 times this over here. Again, I have to sometimes look at a different side, but it'll always be parallel to that. So that's 9. Okay, 13 times 9. Sorry, doesn't like it when it's behind my webcam. 13 times 9 is 117. And I have the top and the bottom. Now, if I'm not sure which side I missed or which numbers I haven't used, I'm going to use each number twice, if that helps. So I already used 9 twice, but I still need to use my 3 again, and I still need to use my 13 again, which makes sense, because what I haven't done is this front side yet. Okay, because these were the sides, this was the top and the bottom. I still need to do the front and the back. I gotta go in pairs like that. So 30 times 13, which is 39, and then I need the back, which is also going to be 39. So then I can just add all those 6 numbers together. I'm going to just use my phone calculator because it'll be a little easier. 117 plus 117 plus 39 plus 39, 366. So then add, which equals 366 square inches. Again, I'm just adding all the faces together. If they were different shapes, like if it was a triangular prism, I would find the surface area differently, but these are all rectangular prisms. And remember, I use each number twice. If you want to go ahead and give it a shot, you can. Otherwise, I will do the one last example. All right. So, remember, I need my sides. 2 times 5. 2 times 5 equals 10. And then if that equals 10, that opposite side also equals 10. Let's do our top and bottom. All right. Sometimes it's easier to look at the top. Sometimes it's easier to look at the bottom, depending on where the numbers are written. This I can see, okay, I have 5 by 10, which gives me 50. So then I have 2 50s. And then, let's see, ooh, it's kind of funny orange. We have my front and back. Front and back. And really look at how, okay, this is 10. It's labeled right there. I don't know how tall it is, but I know it's going to be the same height no matter where it's written. So that's 2. Also, notice how I used 5 2 times, I used 10 2 times, and I used 2 2 times. If I kept using 5 over and over, then I'm looking at the wrong numbers. So 20 and 20, and then I can add those together. Remember, I could do 10 plus 50 plus 20, which is 80, and then I know I have another 80, so then it's going to be 160 inches squared. Again, think if I was covering a box in wrapping paper, or if I wanted to know how much cardboard this is. We can measure the amount of cardboard in square inches or square in this. Oh, this one's not inches. See who realizes it. Centimeters squared. All right, let me know if you need help. Again, this can be hard to visualize, so it might be helpful if I go through it with you, but I'm more than happy to do that. Good luck.